Good afternoon, guys. Welcome to another podcast. Today, I'm going to talk about how to potty train your child, and we're doing this the easy way. So, one, two, three simple steps how to potty train your child. Number one, you're going to need wipes. You're going to need either this one, a training seat for the toilet, or you will need a potty. You can have both because you can use them both in different ways. So I'm going to show you today. I'm going to talk you through, not show you. I'm going to talk you through how to potty train your child. So stay tuned. Number one, when your child is being potty trained, number one is something that you have to decide and be consistent about doing this. So it's going to take you probably, it depends on the age of your child. It will also depend on your consistency in doing it. The key to potty training your child is consistency. So when do you potty train? When is a good time to start potty training your child? If I would say to you the best time to start potty training your child, your toddler, 2. Some children, parents start at 18 months. It all depends on the age and stage and development of your child. A child can be 2.5 and hasn't started potty training because the child has not shown an awareness. So the key to all this is an awareness of when they need changing. If your child is showing awareness that they need, they're uncomfortable in the soil nappies, then, oh, I forgot to tell you about the pull-ups. Look at that. You're going to need this too. So yes, this is another item you need to add into your potty training. So you need a pull-ups, not nappies. Why pull-ups? Because the pull-ups is easy for the child to pull down and pull up when they're learning. And as we are in the middle of summer now, this is the best time to potty train your child. Especially children who are home for the holiday or out of nursery. Some nurses have closed. If you're like my nursery, we have closed for the summer break. So if your child is home for summer break and you want to potty train your 2.5 going back to nursery for 3 for September, who's going to be coming up 3, this is the best time to do it, because guess what, we have the very good weather, especially in the UK now. The weather is beautiful. So you are in your house with your child. Take off some of the layers of clothes that a child has on. You're in your home, just keep them in their training pants or your pull-ups. If you can afford training pants, buy training pants. If you can't afford training pants, buy pull-ups. Take off the bottom, just keep them in the training pants and make it easy. Keep on a t-shirt so they can manage to pull down their pull-ups by themselves, because you're teaching them independent skills in all of this. This is all about them being independent, and it's also about, if we're honest, it's about saving some money. Yes, parents, we need to count our pennies, so we need to save a little bit of money. And these babies, they don't come cheap. Let me just explain this to you. Nappies are not cheap at all. They are really expensive thing, and we can go through a pack within a week. Your child can go through a pack of pull-ups within a week, because what I've realized is the pull-ups are less in a pack than they were nappies in a pack. So there you go. But what you are learning to, what you're teaching your child is how to know when they need the toilet, and instead of doing it in their pull-ups, they do it in the toilet, or they do it in their potties. So number one, first time you're going to do this, I would say just as your child has woken up, that's the first time for you to take them to the toilet or get them to sit on the potty. Because like all human beings, when we wake up first thing in the morning, we need to go to the toilet. Okay, you're saying that you don't? Okay, most people do then. Let's put it that way. Most people, the first thing when they wake up, they need to go because of the excess liquid in their bladder. They need to let it out. So your child also needs to let it out. So when they wake up in the morning, they will normally go in their nappies. And if you feel their nappies, you feel that it's hot or it's warm, that's because they've just gone toilet in their nappies. So don't allow them to go in the nappy. Let's take them to the toilet, and let's start it right there. And when they've done it in the toilet or in the potty, depends on which one you are using, you may also need to just high-five them, congratulate them, just pick them up about this. Some children love to be praised for everything. So that's your motivation, that's your encouragement to do them. One of the things I would say though, if you are using the toilet seat, you may need to buy the little step so they can step up to reach to the toilet, because if you're not working in a nursery, you might not have a small toilet for your child. This is why you need the training seat. You will also need a step for them to be able to step up, so it's easy for them. So it's a little bit of investment, but it is worth it. Yeah. So let's go. So that's the first time the child would use the toilet, first thing in the morning as they wake up. Once they have breakfast, after breakfast, you're going to take them back to the toilet, and you continue doing that throughout the day, because your child will be drinking liquid throughout the day. So in general, I would say set a timer on your phones, on your mobile phone, for every 10 minutes to take them, or every half an hour. You're also going to possibly want to have a routine of looking at when your child normally soil themselves or wet the nappies. It all depends on how full their bladders are. So how much is your child drinking will depend on how often they need to go to toilet. You may take them to a toilet and you take them 4, 5, 6 times for the day, and they haven't done anything in the toilet or on their potties, and the minute you pull back up that potty, that nappy, that pull up on them, guess what? They're gone in it, because they are comfortable doing it in there. They're used to doing it. That's where they're most comfortable, and they're accustomed to doing that. So how are you going to change their mindset? Because this is all about changing their mindset from actually doing it in the pull-ups and start now doing it in the toilet. So it's a change of thinking process that you're doing with your child, to teach them that we no longer do the business in these. We now big boys and big girls, so we can do it in the toilet. And this is why you got a training pants on. You can also, if you can also buy briefs and knickers for your child, depends if you're a boy or girl, and buy the cartoon ones that they like, so that they are comfortable. And you said they probably don't want to soil their beautiful briefs that they like, because it's the Spider-Man one and the Super Mario and all their favorite cartoons one, so they probably won't go in that one. So that's one way of getting them to go. But you keep a chart and take a note of when they go, and when they how much they're drinking. And number two, I'm hearing you saying that, so what if my child is not talking? What if my child is autistic? What if my child has no awareness of when they need to go to the toilet? They might not be able to verbally communicate that with you, but I guarantee you this, they will have body language that tells you. You might see them start crossing their legs, or you might have a child that likes to go and run and hide in the corner. I remember my biggest one, she used to go and hide in the corner when she's soiled herself. And that's an indication that they understand that it shouldn't be happening there. But even though they might not verbally tell you, if you're watching the child body language, you see them squinching up their legs and crossing their legs, and they're uneasy and they can't sit still, that's a sign that the child needs to go to the toilet. So this is when you quickly take them to the toilet and let them do it in the toilet. And remember to praise them. Don't forget the washing of the hands part, but that's not what we are talking about today. But it's part of the hygiene that you're teaching them. But also, the child might not want to do it in the toilet because they're watching their favorite show. So they don't want to leave the toilet as the living room to go to the toilet. So guess what? Invest in a potty. This is why I said the potty comes in handy. So you can have the potty in their room, in your bedroom, in the living room, and they can go and sit on it. Because once you teach them pull up, pull down, pull up, pull down, they're learning how to pull down. You can encourage them and support them to do that. So if your child is not able to fully pull down the pull-ups all by themselves, you support them to pull it down, but you still praise them for the part that they have done and get them to sit on it. Yes, in the beginning, they might sit on it and don't do anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that you get frustrated at them. It doesn't mean because the first thing is they need to be comfortable sitting on the potty. So get them to sit on it, because remember, the more liquid they take in, the more they will let out. And it means the more it's going to cost you to buy these babies. These babies don't come cheap. So what I'm saying to you is invest in a potty, invest in a toilet seat, make it something that they like, make it something that they can relate to. And another way that they can relate to that is seeing you, the adult, using the toilet. Yep, they learn from you. You are their role model. So when they see you using the toilet, they will understand that this is where it goes. It needs to go in the toilet, and they will do that. So guys, please help your child to develop their independent skills by doing these small little things. And also, one of the other things that I would say is, like, when the nighttime, how much fluid they drink before they go to bed is crucial as well. So I'd say an hour before their bedtime, we start cutting out the liquids. No more drink, no more drink, so that, you know, they will start, and you put them to use the toilet before they go to bed, so they will be dry through the night, and then first in the morning they get up. So if you're thinking how to potty train your child without having to report it here, without getting all this headache, without getting stressed about it, my solution works. I've used it with my 3 kids. Come on, and I'm working a nursery, so I'm using it every day. I'm doing this with children and with parents. Parents will tell you that, Miss Nikki, I did not know how I was gonna potty train this child. I got them potty trained in no time. So guys, if you like my video, I'm gonna ask you to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And remember, you want to get the latest, because I'm going to be doing a lot of how to over the 6 weeks that I'm home. So just tune in, subscribe, and you'll be first to know when I've set out a new video. You want to know how to support your child, get your child ready for school. If your child has just left nursery and you feel that they're not where they ought to be, or you feel like you need some support, you need to do some work with them over the 6 weeks holiday so that they're more prepared for school. You need to be reading, they need to be recognizing their color, they need to be able to put their shoe on, put their jackets on, stuff like this that they're not going to be doing for them when they get to reception. Guys, then this is where you will get all the teaching how to do. This is what we will be doing over the next 6 weeks. We'll be doing how-tos, how to get your child ready, how to get your child having all the independent skills that they will be needing. So guys, that's me for today. I'm not going to be long. So remember that every time that they drink, you need to put them on the toilet. So your third thing is, when after they've had a drink, they need to go to the toilet. I can hear that parent was saying, what about when we're out? When they're out, they still have their pull-ups on. You can use public toilets. You might not like taking them public toilets. If you're like some parents, they buy the portable potties that they carry in their cars that they let their children use. But those are options until the child can hold their wee. You have got to just support them and be consistent. Mothers and dads, parents, please remember, be consistent in teaching your child potty training habits. Set your timer on your phone. At nursery, use the timer to get the child to turn it over, and they set it, and they know that in 10 minutes then it's time to go again. If you haven't got a timer, set a timer on your phone. Every time the alarm goes off, 10 minutes alarm or 15 minutes. So you're checking and you're keeping a routine. Write it down every time so you have an idea when they went, and you know when they're gonna go. So every time they drink, there means that the bladder will be overflowing, and it's an overflowing that we are letting out. So guys, remember, to potty train your child, it will take you, probably depends on your child and the age of your child. It might take you longer. It might take you 2 weeks. It might take you 2 days. It all depends at what stage your child is in learning. But the most important thing is that you're consistent in reminding them, let's go use the toilet, let's go use the toilet, let's go use the toilet, let's go use the toilet. And it becomes, you can make a song out of using the toilet. You can make up a song for yourself. I'm not going to make up a song for you right now, but I love making up songs. I'm good at that. But you can have your own toilet song that you make up, that you teach your child, and they'll learn to sing this when they're sitting on the toilet. Some children like to be distracted, have things. Come on, be creative. Just be creative, but get their child potty trained, because it is so important. Number one, you benefit, the child benefit from having this independent skill, but you as a parent benefit because you are saving money in your pockets, guy. Come on, let's do this together. So here I am, just sharing with you the ideas that work, for me with the thousands and thousands, over 20 years I've been working in nursery, of the children that I've potty trained. My own 3 children I've potty trained. And I did it with such ease. Parents would tell him, Miss Nikki, 2 days and the child was out. And sometimes children are telling us we didn't want to go and we're parents not paying attention, but let's pay attention to what they're doing and get the potty training done. So this is how to potty train your child. So until my next video, this is me signing off. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel, so every time I have a new podcast on, or you can go on Spotify, because my videos are on Spotify as well, and you can hear them again. So guys, thank you so much for listening, and I'm going to sign off now. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to share. So until then, that's me signing off. This is Nicole Blake from Parenting Unplugged. Thank you so much for listening.